welcome back to Purple Daffodils. Today we are going to look into a short story, The School for Sympathy, written by E.V. Lucas. E.V. Lucas lived from 1868 to 1938. He is a notable English essayist, humorist, and short story writer known for his wit and keen observations. Wrote extensively for both children and adults in a style marked by simplicity, elegance, and subtle humor. He is a long-time contributor to Punch magazine and several other periodicals. The School for Sympathy is taken from the collection A Little of Everything, published in 1912. The School for Sympathy explores kindness, empathy, and moral education. These are the few characters that we can find in the story The School for Sympathy. Miss Beam, the school's authoritative, kind headmistress, the writer, the narrator of the chapter, E.V. Lucas himself. The girl with bandaged eyes, a student on blind day. Millie, the head girl. Peter, the gardener. Beryl, a dog girl. In plot overview, the story is about Miss Beam's school, a special institution that focuses on teaching kindness, empathy, and moral values, along with the regular subjects like spelling, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and writing, reading to them, and giving them interesting talks. The school mainly aims to make children compassionate and considerate human beings. The real aim of this school is not to teach thought but thoughtfulness like humanity, kindness, and citizenship. The writer's visit. The narrator visits Miss Beam's school after hearing a lot about it. He notices a 12-year-old girl with bandaged eyes being guided carefully by a little boy through the garden when he enters into the school premises. Soon he meets Miss Beam, a gentle and understanding elderly woman. She explains that although regular subjects like reading, writing, adding, subtracting, multiplying, and interesting talk or thought, the real focus is on character building. Few parents had trust on Miss Beam and this unique method and willingly sent their children to her school. Miss Beam asks the narrator to look outside the playground where see, he sees children who look blind, lame, deaf, or dumb. The narrator feels pity, thinking they are truly disabled. Miss Beam laughs and explains that none of them are actually disabled. She talks about the significant part of her school, the special training program. Miss Beam explains that none of the children outside are truly disabled. In the course of a week, every child spent a day, blind day, eyes bandaged all day, fully dependent on others to get around. Lame day, walks as if one leg is unusable, relying on others for support. Deaf day, cannot hear, learns to rely on sight and others' patience. Dumb day, cannot speak, discovers how hard it is to express needs. Maimed day, act as if missing the use of limbs or learning to adapt. They make them practice misfortune. On the blind day, the students' eyes are bandaged and they must depend on others completely. This experience helps students understand the struggle faced by the people with disabilities. At the same time, they help us learn responsibility, kindness, and need to be careful. The blind day is of course really the worst, but some children says dumb day is the most frightening because they must use their willpower as their mouth is not bandaged. The blind girl's experience. Miss Beam introduces the author to a girl who is currently on blind day. When asked if she peeked beneath her bandage, she says firmly that would be cheating. She admits she never realized how difficult blind day is constantly afraid of bumping into things. She value her guides most when they have already completed their own blind day. They understand best. See, Shay's blind day is the hardest, while the maimed, lame, and deaf day are easier because on lame day her leg is being tied and have to walk with the help of a stick. On the maimed day where her hands are tied up and she must ask help from others to cut her meat and help to eat her food. And deaf day is much easier because she need not to answer anyone. Guided by the narrator, she identifies another girl, Millie, just by her dress, and Peter, the gardener, who is 100 years old, and Beryl, showing how her other senses adapt. She says blind day is the hardest of them all, harder than lame, deaf, or maimed day. The author's impression. Guiding the blindfolded girl teaches the narrator the effort, patience, and sensitivity needed to truly help others. He comes to realize how difficult life is for people with permanent disabilities. He is deeply impressed by Miss Beam's method of raising caring socially responsible citizen. This visit leaves him more thoughtful, understanding, and sympathetic than before. The themes that you can find in the story, The School for Sympathy, is empathy and compassion. Living a disability for a day builds genuine understanding, not just pity. Equality and humanity. Every person, able bodied or not, deserves consideration and respect. Thoughtfulness and appreciation. The experience teaches gratitude for abilities most people take for granted. And the question section, what is the main purpose of Miss Beam's school? To teach the children kindness, empathy, and moral values, not just regular academic subjects. What does blind day require of the student? Their eyes are bandaged for full day and they must depend completely on others to understand what living with blindness is like. And why does the blind girl refuse to peek beneath her bandage? She believes it would be cheating. She wants to fully and honestly experience blindness. Which special day does the girl find hardest? Blind day? She says it is harder than maimed, lame, or deaf days. Hope you people understood the story and thank you for patiently listening. Kindly do like, share, and subscribe for more contents like this.